Thank you, Alas Cancora. Two recent decisions by NatWest and Bank of Ireland will obviously have serious repercussions for so many rural communities, indeed for some urban communities as well. Minister, I engaged with you over the past number of months through conversation and also through parliamentary question and Dáil debates as well, in regard to my concerns about NatWest when they announced that they were having a strategic review of their operations in our state. And their decision to exit the Irish market would impact very severely, as we know, on staff, on customers and indeed on many communities. The border region has had a very strong presence of Ulster Bank over the years, and the recent decision will result in the closure of branches in Ballyconnell, Ballygymstuff and Cavan Town and Monaghan Town, 4 branches in my own constituency, and that followed on from the bank exiting towns such as Balturbet, Killashandra, Kinnalek and Swannabar, Clones and Castleblaney back in 2013-2014, and also exiting Arva and Cootill in 2017. So that shows the dramatic change in the landscape of Ulster banking services over the past number of years, and now in a number of months we'd have no branches whatsoever and no presence in a lot of those towns. It's a dramatic change, and it's for the worse, unfortunately. The decision by the Bank of Ireland, the announcement on Monday last, will result again in the closure of branches in my own constituency in Arva, Cootill, Kingscourt, Clones and Castleblaney, and it is very regrettable for staff, for customers and for local communities. It is indeed deplorable that the Bank of Ireland is making this decision during a pandemic, when there has been of necessity a dramatic reduction in footfall in our towns and villages, and understandably less and less people attending branches, people following public health guidelines. This means a further dramatic reduction in banking competition and shows no regard for staff and local communities who have been loyal to the Bank of Ireland over many, many decades. The towns that I mentioned there, where the Bank of Ireland will close branches, Arva, Cootill, Kingscourt, Clones and Castleblaney, are all good market towns, thankfully, with substantial employment. Here, in some of those towns, there will be no banking facility whatsoever. Post-COVID, we all hope that there will be an opportunity to create more jobs in rural Ireland through people being afforded the opportunity to work from home and from digital hubs. And at the same time, when we are encouraging private employers and the public service as well to give opportunities for employment in rural Ireland in our smaller towns and villages, here we have major institutions exiting those towns, exiting those villages and depriving communities of a necessary banking service. The Financial Services Union made the very strong point that the Bank of Ireland decision will result in the removal of vital services from elderly people, people with no internet access. It will remove services from people who lack confidence in doing business online, people with literacy and numeracy problems. And again, it's a hammer blow to staff, to customers and to communities. And again, the vulnerable people will suffer. Thank you.